not a game, not the game that I go out there and die for and play every game like it's my last. Not the game. We're talking about practice, man. I mean, how silly is that? And we talking about practice.
Best believe that I'm top 3. The only thing is I'm not 2 and I'm not 3. Put me anywhere other than one, then it's not me. It's beef, we strut a nigga block, that's chopped cheese. No peace, the butterfly sting him, that's Ali. You reach, I teach you with the handle, that's Kyrie. Machines you hook like a Roman, that's IV. You a sheep, I'm a go, it's a difference, so watch me. You weak, all hooks, no punches, so block these. They mock me, I just show them how it goes, try to stomach this thug life. They bring out the nose, bandana on the grip. All heads coming out the foe, connected from Cali to New York, nigga, so let it go. Pay for this, nigga, I eat bars and drink clothes, thinking you woke until your third eye peephole. Line for line, this shit too easy, it's like a free throw. Mastered the game too early, this bitch a cheat code. It ain't a game, these niggas lame, say bring a shame. If I'm with an officer, it's a number in his name. We ain't the same, we want the easy pass, tell him change his lane. Shit, I've been through fire, you can't stand the rain, take your aim. Tell him running, he can try his best. Drive a car named after me, that's why I'm in the vet. Lamping these niggas once again, and I ain't breaking sweat. Number one at everything I do, that's why I'm one west. The Lord is not the God of the dead, so when I die, coming back for my spot, so forever I'm top 3. Just tell him to watch this, janitor with the mop stick. You gonna need a defensive lineman to block this. On point when I bomb shit, 10 for 10, I do not miss. I'm barking with a full bulldog, it is not mixed. They can see that my mind's sick, I don't write, I find shit. I don't like it, then I switch. If I touch it, it's diamond. Tell a bitch that I'm God sent. It ain't because my kicks is built like 5'6", 5'7" is my bitch. Dangerous, high risk. I lose it, get another one. You think I'm talking about a girl? I'm talking about another gun. Head now? Hey, look, it is what it is now. We don't fuck with the house niggas. We burn the crib. I'm ahead now. And I hope they get hit now. I don't care if you think it's it, nigga. I don't fear clown. Silences make it sound like raindrop. That's a firestorm. Get the job done in the view and get fired on. If you niggas standing for nothing, what you dying for? If you put real with real, that's how I was born. Walking this bitch ready for war. I'm in riot form. I want these niggas to see me flex. That's why I am armed. I shouldn't live in the crib, nigga. I should buy a farm to go through this shit so ever. Better check that I'm top 3. Only thing is, I'm not 2 and I'm not 3. Best believe that I'm top 3. Only thing is, I'm not 2 and I'm not 3. Best believe that I'm top 3. Only thing is, I'm not 2 and I'm not 3.
Hello, Discover Card.
All right, Shalom, Israel. This is the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Start out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. I'm the commanding journey Yohana. And since 1969, we have been bringing out this truth. All right, and it's a major truth, too. You know, this truth that the blacks, Hispanics, and so-called Native Indian man and woman are the true chosen people of the Most High. All right. And that the Holy Bible, the KJV 1611 Holy Bible, is our historical records. And how do we test that? We test that by going into, the curses that are on God's chosen people. And you can read about them in Deuteronomy chapter 28. You understand? And that our people are cursed right now. We're the cursed people that's walking on this earth. We are the only nation of people that's not being desired. You understand? Our transatlantic slave trade history is in the Holy Bible as well. You understand? And this is just a high time for us to wake up and realize who we are as a nation of people. Shalom, sis. You know what I'm saying? This is a real high time to wake up and realize who we are as a nation of people. You understand? This is the time that we need to put our pride aside. In our neighborhoods, in our communities, people put money before everything. And, it's destroying our people for real, for real. It's destroying our community as a whole. We put our pride in wealth. And our wealth, and our wealth that we get as a nation of people, man, it ain't profiting us nothing. We still at the bottom of all these other nations out here on this earth. You understand? So we're going to go into the Bible and see what the Lord says, about, people who desire wealth and people who put money before everything, people who put money before the will of God. You understand? Here in the UPK, you learn to balance your ways of life. You learn to go ahead and understand that your real job is waking your people up, and that your slave job is the one that you go to do for your 9 to 5. You understand? The real job as a man is putting your boots on and your all black on and coming out there at camp on Friday and Saturdays, hollering, raising your voice at your people, letting them know they transgressions on them highway and byways, man. It's time that we realize this, and we got to wake our people up out this deep sleep that we are in. I feel like, the brothers and the sisters in this world are so destroyed by wealth, and it's keeping us at the bottom. And the ones that's at the top are rich. We're gonna go into that too. The ones that's at the top are rich, and they are the ones who's what giving us counsel. They are the ones who's controlling our communities, and they are the ones that's lending to us. All right, and they are the ones we seek acceptance from. When you dive into this Bible, man, the Lord says, "Envy not thou oppressor." You understand? But even being oppressed as a nation is a curse on us. You understand? We're gonna dive into that too. So before I dive in, I'm just gonna let you know it's Priest and Officer Kalatazar, Officer of 50 in Trenton. If anybody out in Trenton seeking some spiritual guidance, if you know any brothers or sisters seeking some spiritual guidance, share this video. Like, comment, share, do what you got to do. Subscribe to the channel. Get this word out there. We need to broadcast this word. You understand? We need to get this out to our people. Let them know who they really are, that they are God's chosen people. They are special people. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, shalom. So let's dive right into the topic. All right, let's give me bear with me. Let's go to Deuteronomy. We're gonna go to Deuteronomy chapter. Let's get 27 verse 1. And the reason why I'm starting off with Deuteronomy 27 and 1, because I want everybody to understand who the Lord is talking to. Throughout the whole Bible, the Lord is talking to Israel. You understand? The seed of Israel, the 12 tribes of Israel. He was never talking to, the other nations that's also mentioned in the Bible. He was never talking to these other nations. This is Deuteronomy chapter 27, verse 1. And it says, Moses, with the elders of Israel, commanded the people, saying, keep all the commandments which I command you this day. So in Deuteronomy chapter 27, verse 1, it says, Moses commanded the people of Israel, saying, keep all the commandments of God. Not some of them. He didn't say that there will be a time where the commandments of God will be shortened or taken away from. You understand? He did not say there will be a time where the laws will be done away with. He said, keep all the commandments of God. Let's go to Deuteronomy 28, verse 1. And it says, and it shall come to pass, meaning this is what's going to happen. This is a prophecy. If thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God. So we will listen diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God. Let's read. To observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day. Right? To do all his commandments. That the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth. You understand? So we, as blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, if we just was obedient to the Lord, did what we supposed to do, stop selling drugs, you understand? Stop committing adultery, stop going ahead and committing fornication, stop mistreating each other. If we was just to go ahead and do what we were supposed to do, will be put above all nations of the earth. You understand? It says, the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth. Let's drop down to verse 15. And it says, but it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses, now notice how the Lord is saying all these curses. He's not talking about blessings. He's not talking about good things he's going to give you. He's not talking about gifts. He's talking about all these curses. You understand? The Lord is going to curse you if you're not listening to all his commandments. Let's continue to read. It says, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. Verse 16, cursed shalt thou be in the city, and cursed shalt thou be in the field. Now, cursed shalt thou be in the city. Now, look at our cities today. Let's look more in this context of the inner cities, right? Where we are at. We got people on corners selling drugs. We got our brothers who and sisters who we call fiends, ones that want drugs, desire drugs from the drug dealer. We got them out here slumped. We got them out here leaning over and just sleepwalking like zombies. Like zombies. You could find a whole block full, I'm pretty sure, in any ghetto, any city. We are the ones that's cursed in the city. It's the majority of us in the cities that's that's being being um being destroyed by what's being pushed. You understand? We are the ones that's at the bottom. We are the ones that's killing each other. We are the ones that's being arrested and being highly populated in these prison systems. All right. We are the ones that's cursed in the city. We don't own anything in the city, right? We are the ones that's in the cities out here trying to beg for money, right? We are the ones in the traffic knocking on windows with our cups in our hand, begging for change. The majority is us. I'm not saying that the other nations is not out there, but the majority as a whole nation is us in the cities. I'm a traveling man, right? When you go to these countries, as you're traveling through these states, you see all of the land out here. You see all the lands, the acres that people own. The majority of the people that own these acres are other nations of people. And that's what I'm about to read right now. It says, cursed shalt thou be in the city, and cursed shalt thou be in the field. We don't own any acres. You understand? All that money that you can get from owning acres, you know how you could have, cattle on the land that's grazing the land. You understand? These people are very wealthy. These people are very wealthy. You understand? We don't own any of these acres out here. The majority of us, I'm not talking about the bare minimum, but the majority of us, you understand, in a general standpoint, we do not own the acres out here. I've traveled from Jersey all the way up here to upstate New York. And I've driven by, man, like miles of acres of just plain green yard land and no houses. But that land is owned by people. And I promise you, it's not owned by a black, Hispanic, and Native Indian man. There's so much land out here. When once you travel, you will understand this. There's so much land out here, right? There's so much land out here. Why do they have us, the majority of us, bunched up in the cities, in the ghettos? They want us to be there. we're like a project to them. You understand? That's why they call it a project. You understand? They want us to be put into the cities to where they can control the environment that we live in. They don't want us abroad out there buying acres of land. And that's a curse on us as a nation of people. It's right here in Deuteronomy 28 and verse 16. It says, "Cursed shalt thou be in the city, and cursed shalt thou be in the field." But this is what I'm starting out with, because I'm just letting you know how we are destroyed. You know what I'm saying? We are so desiring as a nation of people to seek money, seek wealth. Why? Because we envy a lot. Who do we envy? We envy our oppressor. Let's see what the Lord says about this. This is Proverbs chapter 3, verse 31. And it says, "Envy thou not the oppressor, and choose none of his ways." So let's read it again so we understand. It says, "Envy thou not the oppressor, and choose none of his ways." So we shouldn't be envying our oppressor, man. We shouldn't be hating what our oppressor got and we don't got. You understand? We shouldn't be out here trying to go ahead and, you know, be like our oppressor. We shouldn't do that. Like, we seek, as a black man and a black woman, we seek the status of our oppressor. We seek that status. We want their status. We may not like them, right? We may not like them, but we want to be where they at. Like, we want to do what they did to get to where they're at. That's why it says choose none of his ways. That's why the Lord is saying choose none of his ways. Because the ways that got our oppressor to where he is at was murder, was nothing but evil ways of living. You understand? I'm not saying that, you know, you can't be righteous and have money. I'm not saying that. But however, in today's society, you know, to get very big or ahead in life, you're going to do some evil things. And I'm not saying that you can't be very wealthy and being a, but you can't be very wealthy. I'm not saying that you can't be very wealthy and be a righteous Israelite. I'm not saying that at all. But I'm speaking to the majority of our brothers. You understand? They are teaching, our oppressor teaches us what? You got to take. You have to take in order to have increase. And that's what they did. They took this land. They took this land from our brothers, and it was their increase. You understand? And that's what we desire as well. We saw how the oppressors oppressed us, and now we are doing the things they did to us. And the curse on us is that we're doing it to each other. You understand? We look at each other with an evil eye, just like how our oppressor looks at us with an evil eye. Bear with me 1 second. Shalaki, y'all. Bear with me. We look at each other with an evil eye. You understand? That's not brotherhood. That's not brotherhood at all. We gotta understand that is a curse on us as a nation of people. And I'm gonna bring that out real quick. Let me bring that out real quick. Be right before I dive into my topic. I still didn't dive into my topic yet. I'm just warming it up. This is Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse. Let me get verse. This is Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 54. Now, remind you that the scriptures in Deuteronomy 28 is talking about the blessings, but after verse 15 is talking about the curses. So we're going to go to verse 54. And it says, so that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, so the man that you don't even see to be, somebody that'll be wrongdoing or to mistreat you. That's why it says, so that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, this is a good brother. This is a sincere brother. You understand? It says that sincere brother, his eye shall be evil toward his brother and toward the wife of his bosom and toward the remnant of his children, which he shall leave. Now, this is talking about the black man in the black community. It says that his eye shall be evil toward his brother. All you see in the black community is us killing each other over what? Money, drugs, women, and just territorial beef. You understand? Our eyes are evil towards each other. This is a curse on us as a nation of people, right? And then it says, and toward the wife of his bosom. So we evil towards our wives. A man can't be a whore. You understand? A man can't be a whore. But what a man could do is be teach a whore. A man could make a whore. You know what I'm saying? We have taught our wives to be whores. Now how can I say that? Okay, boom. What we do? We throw away our wives, or we teach our wives to do whore things. You understand? There's men in our community that allow their women to have sex with other men for money. You understand? We allow our wives to sell drugs, to work at the strip club. We allow our wives to do what? A whole bunch of evil things. They commit abortions. Why? Because we still want to get more money. You understand? This is a curse on us as a nation of people. Let's read on. And toward the remnant of his children, which he shall leave. See, it's a curse that a man will leave his children behind. This is a curse in the Bible. A lot of us in the black community, Hispanic community, Native Indian community, don't know our fathers. And we don't even know our history. We don't know where our forefathers came from. We don't even know our identity. You understand? And this is a curse on us as a nation of people. And we mistreat each other, we mistreat our wives, and we leave our kids at home. And we don't care about it, right? We don't care about it because what is driving us to run away from our responsibility as a man? It's the money. It really is the money. Let me get a precept real quick. Let me get First Timothy chapter 6, verse 10. Let me get First Timothy chapter 6, verse 10. What's driving us to go against each other in this world, in this society, is money. What's making us selfish in this world is what? The desire of wealth. We don't care about our brothers. We don't care about our sisters. Why? Because our selfish spirit, our selfish characteristics only wants to have wealth. We envy what our oppressor has. We still trying to get to the top. You understand? We still trying to seek acceptance from our oppressor. You understand? Like I said, I'm gonna dive into all of this into the topic, but I'm just breaking my way into it. This is First Timothy chapter 6, verse 10. And it says, but they that will be Salaki, wrong verse. First Timothy chapter 6, verse 10, it says, for the love of money is the root of all evil. And there it is. For the love of money is the root to all evil. You understand? We out here doing a lot of foolish acts A lot of foolish acts just to get by with money. That's all we seem to care about. We will go ahead and lose our integrity as men and women just so we could get money. We will go ahead and destroy our image just so we can go ahead and get money. You understand? We will go ahead and sell our bodies just so we can get money. We will go ahead and leave our kids behind, avoid the responsibility of being a father, avoid the responsibility of being a mother, which is a curse on us as a nation of people. We will avoid the responsibilities of doing that just so we could get money. It literally says, for the love of money is the root of all evil. We do evil to get to this money. And that's a fact, Israel. We need to stop trying to go ahead and put money first. That's all we seem to say. If it ain't about the money, then don't talk to me. That's all we seem to say these days in this society. Well, how you gonna go out here and do the work of the Lord if it's all about the money? And that's what we here for. That's what the UPK is here for. We here to let our people know the reason why you live in this way is because of one. It's because of one poison, and that is the Christian church. You understand? The Christian community has taught our people to go ahead and just be selfish, to be so self-centered way of their livings. It's all about the money with these other religions. And how do we know this, right? How do we know this to be true? Because the Christian church would say that the laws is done away with, right? The Christian church would say that the laws is done away with. But they'll still pass around the collection plate and tell you to pay tithes when that's a law in the Bible. To pay a tenth of tenth of your increase, right? They'll tell you to put that into the collection plate. But then at the same time, in the same breath, they'll tell you that the laws are done away with. And that's why the Lord is not dealing with these Christian pastors, man. The Lord is not dealing with the Christian church. You understand? It says, for the love of money is the root of all evil. We got brothers out here that won't that would sell their own brothers short just so they could go ahead and get money. You understand? We'll play our brother or our sister, whatever, in whatever circumstances, just so we could go ahead by and get money. We'll sell our soul so we can go ahead and be rich. We influence our people to be homosexuals, to be drug dealers and drug addicts. Yes, I'm talking about the music entertainers. We'll sell our souls to influence our people to do what? Nothing but evil, just so we can get money. Just so we can get money. But all you have to do right now, man, this is what Christ died for. This is what our brother died for. He died so you can go ahead and leave that lifestyle alone. He died so you can leave that all behind and turn away from your wicked ways. And, come back into to this truth, man. Come back to God's laws. You understand? Come into the ISUPK under Commander Junior Yohana and be taught on how to be a righteous man and a righteous sister, how to be a traditional man of the Bible and how to be a traditional woman of the Bible. You understand? It's time that you go ahead and teach your people real love. This is real love. Letting our people know that it's not all about money, man. It's not all about money. Sister, you ain't got to be on a stripper pole so you can get 1,000 a night. You ain't got to do that. Brother, you ain't got to sell heroin, crack cocaine. You ain't got to be a devil, a demon to your people so you can get money. You don't have to do it that way. What you could do is just live a regular lifestyle, work a regular 9 to 5. You understand? Just live in your oppression, just endure like Christ told us to do, and just wait for the kingdom of heaven. That's what we could do as brothers and sisters out here. That's what we could do. We could all separate from the society that continues to destroy us by what? Swaying us from left and right, having us lukewarm, having us saying we love Christ, but we still killing each other. You know what I'm saying? We need to separate from this society. Let me bring this out real quick. I'm gonna come back to this. Let me get First John. We need to separate from this society. This is First John chapter 2, verse 15. Right? If you in here, make sure you have a notebook. Write these precepts down. All right. This is First John chapter 2, verse 15. It says, "Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him." Now, world means, according to the Bible, age, people, or society. Right? So the Lord is telling you not to, in this context, not to love this society, man. Don't love this society at all. Neither the things that are in the society. What does the society? What does the society teach you? And this society teaches you what? To sell drugs, join the gang, uh, be ratchet, go to the strip club, get money, be a bottle girl. What? What does this society teach you? Abortions, right? To leave your man, commit adultery, fornication. What else does this society teach you? This society teaches you to go ahead and do whatever you want. It says, verse 16, "For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh and the lust of the eyes and the pride of life is not of the Father, but is of the world." So this society is teaching you to go ahead and have lust of your flesh. It teaches you everything, right? It teaches you everything to conform to the ways of your flesh. It don't teach you how to conform to the will of God. Nothing about this society teaches you how to follow the will of God. But here in the ISUPK, we teach you the discipline that you're supposed to have. We give you the instructions. You understand? And we're not giving you our own instructions. We're giving you instructions out of the King James Version, 1611 Holy Bible. You understand? Out of God's laws in the Bible. We're teaching you to follow all his commandments. You understand? And when we say all the commandments, we're talking about all the commandments that apply to you. You understand? For some reason, these Christian followers feel that they can't follow all of the commandments of the Most High. But the Lord is not going to tempt us to things that we can't handle. He's not no author of confusion, man. Why would the Lord give us commandments if he knew we couldn't follow them? You understand? Christ said, "Be therefore perfect as your Father in heaven is perfect." Come on, man. You could be perfect. But the Christian church teaches you that you can't be perfect. And that is all a lie. Christ never said that. Let's go back to 1 Timothy chapter 6, verse 10. And it says, "For the love of money is the root of all evil, which while some coveted after, they have erred from the faith and pierced themselves through with many sorrows." And let me read it again. It says, "They have erred from the faith." Let me say that one more time. They have erred from the faith. So, for the love of money is the root of all evil, which they have erred from the faith. Ooh, they have erred from the faith. A lot of these Christian pastors out here have erred. They are sinning. What they are doing is they are stealing your money because they have desires of driving Rolls Royces. They have desires of driving Maseratis and Phantoms on the highways, on the New Jersey Turnpike. You understand? What else they want to do? They have desires of what? You know what? Getting money it makes you more what? It gives you more attention. Let me just say that. I ain't gonna say it makes you more attractive, but it gives you more attention. You understand? Having more money gives you more attention, so pastors want that money. They want that money so they could go ahead and take your wife. They want that money. You understand? And being in that Christian church is so emasculating. It is. It's so emasculating. And a lot of our brothers have left the faith, have left the truth because they wanted to go ahead and keep their jobs that required them to go ahead and make six figures. You know, a lot of famous people can't come into the truth because they love the money so much. They love the money. They love the money. That's what it is. They love the money. You know, and that's just the honest truth. You know, a brother told me, man, like, but following this truth, it could ruin your opportunity out here. You damn right. Following this truth could ruin your opportunity, but are you gonna follow this? Are you gonna continue to live a lie? Are you gonna follow this truth? You understand? Let's read it again. Because it's bad because our people choose money before the Lord. Our people choose money before coming into the ISUPK. You want to go ahead and get rich real quick, and then you want to sit up there and say, "Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and join the UPK." That's what you playing. That you playing yourself. Put it that way. You really playing yourself if you thinking that okay, I'm gonna just go get this money and then I'm gonna go ahead and go on a command journey in Hana. I know these other Israelite groups ain't nothing, but I'm gonna go get my money real quick and then I'm gonna go on the command journey in Hana. You playing yourself, man. You ain't never coming into the truth. You understand? Why? Because you desire money. You want to go get money and you want to go ahead and live a lavish lifestyle. You understand? You want to be rich. You want to be rich like your oppressor. You want to compete with your oppressor with your money. That's what you want to do. But here in the EBK, this is how we go against our enemies. We go against our enemies with the knowledge. We go against our enemy with the understanding of this Bible, the understanding of God's laws. You understand? We have the judgments of God. This is how we go against our oppressor. And all we trying to do right now is gather our people together because we know that this warfare ain't carnal. We know that this warfare is spiritual. And being that this warfare is spiritual, we need to come together because that alone is spiritual. And our oppressor, our enemy, does not want to see us gather together. So that's the one thing that we could do to piss them off. That's the one thing that we could do to to even show what they their reactions. I mean, what I'm saying is that their reaction is going to be evil when they see blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians come together. That's all I'm trying to say. Their reaction is going to be evil towards us, and we're going to reveal their reaction towards it. It's going to put fear in their heart because their plan to keep us hidden, to make the name of Israel in no more remembrance, they're going to see that their plan is coming to naught. Is coming is done away with. Like it ain't happening. You understand? They're going to see that the prophecy of God is being fulfilled. And that's what we're supposed to be doing. We are a special people. You understand? We are a special people. We are a special people to the Lord. And that's what we're supposed to be doing, man. It's Deuteronomy 7 and 6. Let me read it for y'all real quick. It says, "For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God." The word holy, right? The word holy translate into the Hebrew as Kodash. You understand? Which means to be separate or set apart. So it says, "For thou art in separate people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself." Meaning that the Lord chose us. The Lord chose us, black man, Hispanic man, Native, any man and woman. He chose us. Read, above all people that are upon the face of the earth. The Lord chose us above all people that are upon the face of the earth. That is such that is such a blessing, man. You should really accept that. Don't hate that the Lord chose you before every other man and every other woman out here on this earth. That's something that society teaches you to hate. You understand? Society teaches you to hate yourself and hate your culture. You understand? And society teaches you to hate the Lord. That's why you should not love this world. You understand? You should not love this world, neither anything that's in this world, because the things that's in this world is going to make you err. It's going to make you err uh, while you're trying to follow the Lord. You understand? Let's go back to it says. Let me get another one. Hold on. Let me get Wisdom of Solomon. Let me get Wisdom of Solomon chapter 5 verse 8. This is Wisdom of Solomon chapter 5 verse 8. And it says, let me go ahead and start at verse 7. It says, "We wearied ourselves in the way of wickedness and destruction." So we tired ourselves in the ways of destruction, in the ways of our wickedness. We tire ourselves. This is what we do. This is what we do as Israelites, man. We tire ourselves in the way of wickedness and destruction. All we want to do is smoke weed. All we want to do is smoke cigarettes. And all that stuff is what? Is making our minds crazy and our lungs with cancer. That's all it's doing. It's filling our lungs with cancer and making our minds crazy. We want to go ahead and smoke crack cocaine. We want to go ahead and be in the strip clubs and be in gangs, and we want to go to prison so we can go ahead and so-called have some street stain. Like, this is what we want to do. Our wickedness, man, we tired ourselves into it, man. We so weak with it. Like, we so dehydrated, man. We tired out here. It says we wearied ourselves in the way of wickedness and destruction. Yea, we have gone through deserts where there lay no way. But as for the way of the Lord, we have not known it. So we have never tried to follow the Lord, man. Like, we don't want to try to follow the Lord. We don't seek discipline. We don't seek discipline. We don't want to seek his instructions. We don't want to know about the ways of the Lord. You understand? We just want to do what we want to do. We want to go in our wickedness. We want to follow the ways of our oppressors. Why? Because we envy them so much. We want to be like them, but just be better than them. So, like, it's just we tire ourselves in our wickedness, and our wickedness is our destruction. Reading on, verse 8. It says, "We have pride." What says Salakia? "What have pride profited us?" So what has our pride profited us? What has the pride? This is the what has the pride profited us to go against the Lord? Right? What has the pride in wrongs, leaning to our own understanding about things? What has that pride profited us? Right? Reading on. Or what good have riches without what good have riches with our vaunting, bro? This is what we do in Israel. We flex with our riches. We flex. We flex our cars off. We flex our big mansions off. We flex our money off. Right? But what good has it profited us? right? We went against the Lord so we could get all of this money. So we went against the Lord so we could go ahead and drive in a phantom. We influence our people to do nothing but iniquity to go ahead and get this money. You understand? We masquerade as homosexuals to influence homosexuality on our youth so we could go ahead and get this money. Right? What good has it profited us, man? What good has our pride profited us? You understand? We have not done anything but destroy ourselves because we refuse to listen to the instructions of the Lord, man. We refuse to follow our God, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the God of this Bible. We refuse to follow him. All right, let me read it again. I love this scripture, man. I love this scripture. It says, "What have pride profited us? Or what good have riches with our vaunting brought us?" Verse 9, "All those things are passed away like a shadow, and as a post that hasteth by." All those things passed away like a shadow, man. You see a shadow and just pass away, man. All those things they pass away like a shadow. Meaning like it ain't nothing. It's gonna go away sooner or later. Like it's gonna go away. You understand? It passes away. It ain't profiting us nothing. That's like it's light. It's light to knowing the understanding of the Lord. It's light to knowing who you are, your true identity, and where you come from in today's society. This is why the Lord is saying, don't love nothing of this world. You understand? We shouldn't be out here loving anything about this world. We should be focusing and dialing in on following God's commandments, learning about who we really are, and learning about the wisdom we should be teaching our youth. Because our youth is going to be the ones to lead our nation. So we should really be dialing in and not just teaching our youth about the good that you get with money, you understand? But the desiring of getting a lot of money is the root to all evil. You understand? It's good to get money, no sweat. Get money, but also keep your morals and love your God. Honor your father, honor your mother. You understand? Love thy neighbor as you love thyself. You know, prefer your people before you prefer anybody else. You understand? Don't marry out your race. Marry within your race. You understand? That's how you honor your forefathers, honor your ancestors. We gotta keep our bloodline going. Our bloodline will always be going, but other than that, this is what we need to be teaching. Right? This is what we need to go ahead and instill in our youth's minds, because our people are destroyed. Our people are so destroyed that we believe that money is how we get happiness. You understand? We feel that money is the way that God gave us to seek happiness. That's all a lie, man. Let me get Proverbs chapter 13, verse 11. And it's not good, Israel. We need to get out of this deep sleep. How long are we going to keep on letting our enemy win? All our enemy wants to do is go ahead and give us this and give us that just to keep us just to keep us on the hush, just to keep us on the hush. Don't say nothing. You all right? You understand? This is Proverbs chapter 13, verse 11. It says, wealth gotten by vanity shall be diminished, but he that gathereth by labor shall increase. All right, so basically it's saying our worthless acts of getting money fails us, right? What are our worthless acts of getting money, man? Our worthless acts of getting money is what? And once again, I say this: it's selling drugs, uh, uh, selling things like the boosters. You know what I mean? Like they selling us false clothing. Like they lying, they deceiving us with the false clothing, and it's just the evil ways we get money, man. We destroying each other as a nation of people by our worthless acts, our worthless intentions, our worthless desires, man. The vanity that we do is what is destroying us as a nation of people. All right. It says wealth gotten by vanity shall be diminished, meaning our worthless acts gotten by what? Our wealth that we gotten by selling drugs in the streets. That's all we hear in the music. Our work, our wealth that we got from that. What is it? What is going to profit us? All it's going to do is exalt you as the high influencer to the youth that so it's going to exalt you as the highest influencer to the youth to sell drugs and destroy your people. That's what our oppressor is doing. You understand? The oppressor knows that they envy us. The oppressor knows that we look to them for a handout. The oppressor knows this. And I'm gonna prove it to you. This is all prophecy. And this is all wisdom. The oppressor knows that we look to them for a handout. The oppressor knows that we are trying to get on their level and we're trying to seek their acceptance. The oppressor knows this. Let's get Proverbs chapter 22. Proverbs chapter 22, verse 7. It says, the rich ruleth over the poor, and the borrower is servant to the lender. There we go. It says the rich ruleth over the poor, and the borrower is a servant to the lender. So we are seeking a handout from the rich. We're seeking a handout from the rich, and we're seeking acceptance. You know what I mean? You could look at the artists today. Let's look at the artists today. They seeking the acceptance from the people that's running, you know, the media out here. They seeking acceptance from them. They're joining these little cliques or whatnot, the Illuminati, I guess the stories say, the conspiracies say, the Illuminatis. They are seeking acceptance. The Freemasons, they join the Freemasons. Why? Because the desire of wealth. Our people leave each other behind because we desire wealth. So this class is about, what I'm saying? This class right here, this breakdown right here is letting our people know that desiring to be rich, you're going to be, you're going to fall into risk of erring following the Lord. You understand? The main thing that you should focus on is just being a disciplined man or a disciplined woman. Your discipline will get you farther than what you ever thought you could be. You don't know what your discipline could bring you. You understand? Your virtue alone will have people honor you. You understand? Your virtue alone will have people remember you, even when you're gone. You understand? Focus on your virtue as a man. Focus on your virtue as a woman. You don't need to have money to seek to have the attention that you seek. So like, you understand? Focus on your virtue as a man and as a woman. And this time that we lead each other, we need to lead each other out this deep hole that we keep digging ourselves in. It's not all about the money. What is our virtues as a man and as a woman? What is our morals as a man, as a woman? What is our culture as a black man, as a black woman? Who is our God as a black man, as a black woman? Why we keep living off these other nations that oppress us and that's still oppressing us today? We love them before we love ourselves. Why do we keep on doing that today? We don't want to hear each other. We don't want to hear a poor man speak. We don't want to hear a poor man speak. I know I ain't got it like that. So I know my people ain't gonna want to hear me break down some wisdom to them. Why? Cause I ain't got no money to show for. Huh? I ain't got thousands to show for. You understand? I get money. Don't get it twisted. I get money. I get money, but I ain't got thousands to show for. You understand? My people won't listen to me first. They won't listen to me break down God's laws first. Why? Because we desire money. You understand? We want wealth, and wealth is what that the us seeking that wealth is what is destroying us today. You understand? We want to go ahead and just get our money. You don't gotta worry about nothing. But we will never be satisfied. That's our mindset. If I get all this money, I ain't gotta worry about nothing. But you will never be satisfied. You will never be satisfied. You think you getting your money is gonna make you satisfied. You will never be satisfied. Rich people still commit suicide to this day. All right, let me get another preset. Let me get Ecclesiastes chapter 5, verse 10, and it says, He that loveth silver, it says, He that loveth silver shall not be satisfied with silver, nor he that loveth abundance with increase. This is also vanity. So we all know that Solomon was teaching us what vanity was when you read it in the books of Ecclesiastes, right? He said this is what was vanity. It says, He that loveth silver shall not be satisfied with silver. So you won't be satisfied with silver. You're going to keep on seeking, seeking. You won't be satisfied with silver. You're going to want gold. You're going to want you're going to want different things. You're going to want platinum. You're going to want what? You're going to want houses. You're going to want women. You're going to want cars. You're going to keep on buying things. You're never going to be satisfied. You understand? You're never going to come to, a comfortable state in your life to where you say, all right, I got it. I'm good. This is enough. You're never going to say that. And this is the wisdom of the Lord. It says, He that loveth silver shall not be satisfied with silver, nor he that loveth abundance with increase. So he that loveth abundance, like a whole thing, like a lot of things, like the increase of everything. So it don't matter how much you get. It don't matter how much you get. You understand? You ain't gonna be satisfied. You could have it all. You could love it. You could love having it all. The power because you have the money. You understand? You know how you got them powerful people in towns where they got a lot of connections. They got it all. They got the abundance of all the things. They love the abundance of things. You understand? They know the business owners in the towns. They got a lot of connections and boom, a lot of man. It says this also is vanity. This is also vanity, meaning that this ain't nothing. It's worthless. You understand? It's worthless. You ain't profiting nothing. Let me get another one. This is Matthew chapter 6, verse 24. All right, let's get Matthew chapter 6, verse 24. Because our people tend to think that, man, they could go ahead and say they love God. They could say they love God all they want. They love God. They love God. They don't do none of his commandments. They don't follow none of his instructions. They just do what they got to do to get to that money. Our people do what we got to do to get to that money. We want to hustle, hustle, and hustle, and hustle. Right? We want to hustle and hustle. Why? So we can also give our kids Christmas gifts. I ain't going to get into that. But I'm just saying. This love of the money, it causes us to err. All that money that you get and all them gifts, it destroyed the heart. You be wanting to go ahead and give gifts to your people on what society tells you, okay, this is the day to celebrate Christmas. You know what I mean? You give them gifts and whatnot. This money causes you to err. Well, let's see what the Lord says. Matthew chapter 6, verse 24, it says, no man can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other. The Lord is saying, no man can serve two masters. You're either going to hate the one or love the other. And the Lord is letting you know, it's like this. You either love me or you hate the other. You understand? You can't serve two masters. I mean, you can't be serving money like it's a god. Like people really worship money. People really worship that wealth. You understand? People will go all overboard for money. And they don't even think to go ahead and pay their 10, they the tenth of their increase to the Lord. They don't think to do that. It's just about them and their money. They worship that green dollar bill, you understand, with them white forefathers on it. That's what they worship. That's what we worship. Salah. We don't want to worship the Lord. We want to stay on the block, do nothing, smoke weed. That's another thing. We worship weed. We worship liquor. We give our strength into whores. We want to worship ourselves. We want to honor ourselves. You can't serve two masters. There needs to be an order, man. Where there's no rank, there is no order. You can't say the Lord is a man above you if you ain't listening to him. There needs to be order. And in the UPK, we teach you order. We're going to let you know what rank is. And we're going to let you know this is how you honor your brother's rank. We're going to teach you to honor your brother's rank. It's all discipline and it's all instruction that we follow from the Lord. And I've never seen a brotherhood better than the ISUPK, man. Never seen a sisterhood better than the ISUPK. Why? Because we don't worship two masters. We don't come into this school double-minded. We don't come into the school double-minded. We listen to the Lord and we do what we told. We're not worshiping money. We're not keeping our money from our brothers and our sisters. Everybody pay their tithes in the UPK. We feed each other. This society is not teaching us to do that. This society is teaching us to only love ourselves, to be selfish, to be a self-centered individual, one that doesn't care or give a damn about what anybody is going through. As long as they not going through it, or as long as you not going through it, you don't give a damn about what anybody else is going through. That's what the society is teaching you, to be a self-centered individual, and to love a life of lies. Oh yeah, that's what the society is teaching you, to love a life of lies. They trying to take away our history, our slave history. They don't want us to know about it. Why? Because they're preparing a way to tell us more lies. They're preparing a way to say that God loves everybody. You understand? That we should just forgive them for what they did to our forefathers, to what they did to our mothers, our sisters, our little brothers, our nephews, our nieces, grandmother, grandfather. So they want us to just forget it all. The Lord don't though. And that's why the UPK is here to stay, because we're gonna always tell our people that you're supposed to remember what these enemies did to us. You're supposed to remember what our oppressors did to us. Why you need to forget? They ain't gonna forget their victories. Why you need to forget your oppression? If they not forgetting their victories, why do you need to forget your oppression? It don't add up. They didn't forget their losses. If anything, they learned from their losses. You understand? Why we gotta go ahead and forget what we lost? Because they don't want us to learn from it. They don't want us to learn that us worshiping their God is what's keeping us at the bottom. They don't want us to learn that us not knowing who we are is what's keeping us at the bottom. They don't want us to learn that. They want us to continue to be docile and go to church on Sundays and listen to pastor say he had a good night eating some pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster. That's what they want us to say. That's what they want us to do. That's why they want us to live. And that's just the truth, Israel. That is the solid truth. They don't want us to gather together. They want us to be dispersed, separate, away from each other. And with all of that confusion, they add more confusion into the mix. They try to say that everybody's equal. They try to say everybody's equal. And that we could all get this money together. While they sit at the top being rich, they keep us poor at the bottom. And we keep on fighting each other. We keep on fighting each other, trying to get to the top. And what we do to get to the top, we shoot, we rob, we steal, we do everything that the ones that's sitting at the top taught us to do. And we do it to each other. And that's a curse on us as a nation of Israel. And it's all about money. It's all about money. The money is the root of all evil. It's all about money. Shoot, man. When a brother get locked up, why? Because he was hustling on the street. He was with his boys. You know what I'm saying? They was trying to go ahead and get that fast money. He get locked up. What happens? Now everybody out here They having sex with his baby mom, not sending him money, putting money on his books. You know what I mean? We don't treat each other like brothers anymore. We definitely don't treat each other like sisters anymore. We treat each other how our oppressors treat their brothers and sisters. We envy our oppressor because they're at the top and we're at the bottom. I got another preset. I'm gonna close out with this preset. This is Zephaniah chapter 2, verse 1. It says, gather yourselves together, yea, gather together, O nation not desired. Black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man and woman, we are that nation that's not desired. And it's time that we gather together and separate ourselves from this wicked society. As you can see, everything around us is nothing but abomination and Satan moving through this earth. And the Lord is also moving through this earth with his plagues. So pay attention to everything that Commander General Yohana is bringing out in Black Watch. All right? Pay attention to everything that all the brothers in the nation of Israel from the ISUPK is bringing out. The reason I said the nation is because we are all over. We are all over. California, Texas, Florida, Chicago, Brazil, Mexico, you name it. We are all over. Pay attention to everything that we are bringing out. This is the high time to come back into this truth. It's the high time to come into the truth. It's the high time to learn about the truth. It's the high time to be under Commander General Yohana and the ISUPK. You understand? It's the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, started out 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, on the Commander General Yohana. You understand? And with that, I'm Priest and Officer of 50 Kalatazah, Shalom, Trenton, New Jersey. Shalom, Israel. Love be with you.